Melinda arrived at the mountain forest through a magical portal the healer had created. Crying, she called out to Blue, begging for her help. Blue heard the familiar voice of her sister and returned to the mountain forest. Melinda fell on the knees as she confessed the rejection and mockery she had also experienced after refusing her proposal. She pleaded for Blue's forgiveness, telling her that she supported every of her decision. Blue, glad about her sister's change of heart, lowered herself, assuring her of their victory and a new home for them. As Blue consoled Melinda, Melinda quickly cuffed her wrist with a magical band and said, "I'm sorry, sister. This is best for you and for us. You'll be well once the effect is completed." Blue suddenly felt weaker. She screamed at Melinda, begging her to take off the band. It hurts, she pleaded as she slowly waited.
Is the band around our wrist?
The healer screamed at the other end of the portal. Melinda turned around with a puzzled look on her face. She asked, But you said she will get better with the cough. Why is she dying?"
I'm sorry too. This is the only way to save the village.
The healer replied before shutting the portal. Blue, with her last breath, screamed. With her tears pouring to the earth, she pleaded with the mountain forest spirits for help. In the instant, roots and vines sprouted from the ground, pulling her deep into the soil. The forest rattled. Melinda, confused, yelled her sister's name, but there was no response. She tried to make sense of her surroundings, but the forest was too dark to see anything. Trapped in it, she heard the final words of her beloved sister, subtly and faintly.
The good ones are always the sacrificial lambs.
The villagers of Zuza jubilated when the cloud cleared. However, in the dead of the night, Camille worried about how the healer was able to defeat Blue and return sanity back to their little village. He decided to visit. After he learned about everything that transpired, he exhaled a sigh of relief.
You had to do what needs to be done for our village. Sacrificing one or two people for everyone was a smart decision to do. Don't beat yourself up, Jerry. You did the right thing. And we can't thank you enough.
But the healer shook his head with a mournful look and replied,
We only won the battle. The war is still ahead. I'm afraid I won't be powerful enough when they come back for vengeance. My nightmare had been vivid and scary since the incident.
Despite the healer's nightmare, the villagers of Zuza lived peacefully as the volcano mountain lay dormant for years. The story told to generation changed, making Blue and Melinda the evil sorcerers who were hell-bent on destroying their village and were trapped underneath the volcano mountain as punishment for their evil deeds. Melinda reminisced on the convincing words of the healer. Stuck in the mountain forest where time do not exist and heartbroken by the death of her only family, Blue, she slipped deeper into hatred for her once loving village.
You stole your sister's justice and secured her death. I can seek revenge. You want as much.
The forest haunted her with these words often, until she screamed in frustration and anger. Tears flowed down her cheek. She finally replied with a broken voice and a heavy breath.
I will quench her thirst with their blood for generations to come.
At the mention of these words, her tears turned into hot lava, causing a massive heat wave. As the villagers sweat underneath the sun, telling the earth, whilst wishing for the rain to come, seers whisper, saying, when her tears have filled the mountain, the sisters' vengeance shall begin, engulfing the village of Zoha in flame.